Hey, what's up guys? And welcome to Video Buzz. Today we'll be going through a list of top mobile racing games available on the Android and the iOS systems. Before we begin, please be sure to subscribe to our channel to receive notifications on new contents. We hope you enjoy this video. First up we have Tabletop Racing World Tour. Tabletop Racing World Tour is a high-speed racer that has you guide tiny cars around circuits made from comparatively massive household objects. It's like the offspring of Micro Machines and Mario Kart. Races are extremely competitive and find you fending off crazed opponents by way of cunning manoeuvres and unsportsmanlike weapons in a mad dash to the finish line. Although there are opportunities to upgrade your vehicle to better compete on tougher tracks, World Tour is free from in-app purchases. Instead, it's your skill that will see you take the checkered flags and end up with enough cash to buy swanky new cars. Next up we have Grid Autosport. Grid Autosport is a racer but also a challenge to Android gamers complaining they never get premium titles and that freemium fare comes packed with ads and in-app purchases. This is a full-on ad-free premium AAA hit, transferred intact to your phone, assuming your phone can run it, as this game is not compatible with older iOS systems. Even on PC and consoles, Grid Autosport was an impressive stuff on its release. 5 or so years on, it's no less astonishing as a mobile title as you blaze around 100 circuits battling it out in a huge range of cars. This is, note, a simulation. It won't go easy on you or allow you to smash through walls at top speed and carry on as though nothing has happened. But driving aids helps you master what's without a doubt the finest premium racing experience on Android. Repulze. This game is set in a future beyond racers driving cars far too quickly. Instead, they're placed in an experimental hovercraft that belts along at insane speeds. Your traditional track designs have also been ditched, flat courses being replaced by roller coaster-like constructions that throws you around in stomach-churning fashion. This game is split into 3 phases. It begins with time trial that have you pass through specific coloured gates. It ends up with you taking on AI opponents, occasionally and unsportingly blowing them up with weapons. There's a sci-fi backstory about synthetic memory corporations, but really, this one's all about speed. At first, the twitch you control will find you repeatedly smashing into trackside and wondering if someone should just take your hovercraft license away. But once you've mastered the tracks and controls alike, and Repulze becomes an exhilarating experience as you bomb along towards the finish line. Rush Rally 3. This game brings console-style rally racing to Android and the iOS. For a quick blast, you can delve into the single rally mode with a co-driver bellowing in your ear, or there's the grinding metal of rallycross pitting you against computer cars apparently fueled by aggression. If you're in it for the long haul, immerse yourself in the full career mode. None of those options would matter a jot if the racing wasn't up to much. Fortunately, the game is really good. The game looks the part with very smart visuals and viewpoints, whether you are belting around a racing circuit or blazing through a forest. The control works extremely well, providing a number of setups to accommodate a range of preferences from tilt to virtual buttons and skill levels. All in all, it's enough for the game to get that greatly desired checkered flag. If you are fed up with racing games paying more attention to whether the tarmac looks photorealistic, rather than how much fun it should be to zoom along at insane speed, then I suggest you to check out Horizon Chase. This tribute to old school arcade title is all about the sheer joy of racing rather than boring realism. The visuals are vibrant, the soundtrack is jolly and cheesy, and the racing finds you constantly battling your way to the front of an aggressive pack. If you fondly recall Lotus Turbo Esprit Challenge and Top Gear, then don't miss this one. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Anyone expecting the kind of free-roaming racing from the console versions of the title are going to be miffed. But Need for Speed Most Wanted is nonetheless one of the finest games of its kind on Android. Yes, the tracks are linear with only the odd shortcut, but the actual racing bit is superb. You belt along the seedy streets of a drab, grey city trying to win events that will boost your ego and reputation alike. Wins swell your coffers, enable you to buy new vehicles for entering special events. The game looks gorgeous on Android and has a high-octane soundtrack to urge you onwards. But mostly, this one's about the controls. A slick combination of responsive tilt and effortless drifting that makes everything feel closer to Outrun 2 than typically suboptimal mobile racing fare. Riptide GP Renegade. The first two Riptide games had you swim along watery circuits surrounded by gleaming metal towers. Renegade offers another slice of splashy, futuristic racing, but this time finds you immersed in the seedy underbelly of the sport. As with the previous games, you're still piloting a hydrofoil, and racing involves not only going very fast, but also being a massive show-off at every available opportunity. If you hit a ramp or wave that hurls you into the air, you'd best to fling your ride about or do a handstand in order to get a turbo boost on landing. The career mode finds you earning cash, upgrading your ride, and probably ignoring the slightly tiresome story bits. The racing though is superb, an exhilarating mix of old school arcade thrills and modern mobile touchscreen smarts. Mini Motor Racing. This game is a fast and energetic top-down racers that find tiny vehicles darting around tight circuits with twists and turns that in a clear effort to have you repeatedly drive into walls. The cars handle more like a remote control car, meaning that races are typically tight and easily lost if you glance away from your screen for just a moment. There are tons of contents here, many dozens of races set across a wide range of environments. You zoom through ruins and scoot about beachside tracks. The IAs can sometimes be a little bit too aggressive, but with savvy car upgrades and nitro boost usage when racing, you'll be taking more than the occasional checkered flags. Final Freeway 2R is a retro racing game, quite blatantly inspired by Sega's classic Outrun. You belt along in a red car, tearing up a road where everyone's rather suspiciously driving in the same direction. Every now and again, you will hit a fork road, allowing you to select your route. All the while, cheesy music blares out of your device's speakers. For old hands, you'll be in a kind of gaming heaven, and arguably, this game's better than the one that inspired it, feeling more fluid. If you're used to more realistic games, give Final Freeway 2R a go. You might find yourself converted by its breezy attitude, colourful visuals, and need for truly insane speed. Mobile Sport Manager 3. This is a racing management game without the boring bits. Rather than sitting in front of the glorified spreadsheet, this game is a well-balanced mix of accessibility and depth, enabling you to delve into the nitty-gritty of teams, sponsors, mechanics, and even livery. When you're all set, you get to watch surprisingly tense and exciting top-down racing. This being surprising because you're largely watching numbered discs zoom around circuits. One-off races give you the feel for things, but the real meat is starting from the bottom of the pile in career mode with the ultimate aim of becoming a winner. It's all streamlined, slick and mobile friendly, and a big leap on from the relatively simplistic original Motorsport Manager Mobile. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel to receive notifications on new contents.